Hello, everybody. If you're watching my live today, you'll notice that there's a little live up there in the corner. So if you're catching me on the replay, I'm going to read two of the books today separately. So there's going to be two different lives today. One is going to be, there's going to be two different books. So today I'm going to read, hold on, this one. I'm going to read Julian's Solo Voyage. So these books are from the Damsel Safe Hearts collection. It's a set of educational materials for families, so they could talk to their kids about tricky situations and tricky people. We don't like to use the term stranger danger anymore because a lot of times kids are victimized by someone that they know. So we want to try to have those conversations early and often so that our kids can be protected. I'm going to post a link and a picture at the end so that you guys can see why I'm doing this. One of the reasons is we're having a sale. So of course I'm going to promote that. And the other reason is because something I haven't really focused on in my Damsel business is this Safe Hearts line. And it really kind of is becoming necessary. Our kids kind of do need to understand that they can come to us when they feel, unsure, or, they're not really sure about what to do in a situation. So in the Safe Hearts line, there's a set of books, and in these books are the Heart Defenders. They're kind of interdimensional superheroes for kids. And so what they do is, in the books, when a child is about to make a decision that could alter their path in a way that may not benefit them so well, the Heart Defenders freeze time, and they send one of the four of them over to help the kid who's in a tricky situation. So in this book, it's Tomas, and Tomas is age 4, and he is the cautious and alert member of the club, always paying attention to detail. He gives children the gift of sight and awareness so they can begin to identify unsafe behavior. So the kids in the books, they're age 4, age 7, age 9, and age 12. So the books cover a lot of different topics, anywhere from, this one's about the buddy system and about going into the bathroom and following rules. And it goes all the way up to gun safety for older and younger kids alike. Because the oldest Hearts Defender member is 12. So, you might not feel like this is for older kids, but it's for every kid, especially if they've never been exposed to this kind of stuff before. So we're going to read the book. So for parents, I'd like you to watch this first before letting your kid watch with you. There may be some sensitive information and topics in these books that maybe you kind of want to filter before you let your kids watch it, to just kind of prepare them that, some things in here might make you uncomfortable, but it's okay because those are the signals you really need to listen to. All right, so Julian's Solo Voyage is a buddy system kidversation book. So there's Julian on the front. Okay. Mama, I need to use the potty, Julian cried. Can you hold it, Julian, or are you just on the hunt for astronaut powers again? Julian's mom asked, smiling. No, Mama, I actually really have to go, he begged. Okay, she replied. Sierra, take your brother to the bathroom, please. Do I have to? Sierra whined. Yes, you have to. Straight there and back, their mom said firmly. Oh, fine. Come on, Julian, Sierra said, taking her brother by the hand. So they are in a grocery store. Look at that. You know the rules, their mom called after them. Use the buddy system and stay together. And don't forget, you both have the alarms I got you at Aunt Trina's party last week, in case of an emergency. We know, Sierra said, annoyed. Wait a second, you two. You remember why Mommy is a psychologist? Because when I was little, something had happened to my heart. And I refused to let that happen to others, especially you two. Sierra nodded and Julian responded, Okay, Mama. And they headed for the bathroom. So I'm going to get real close up on there so you can see Julian and Sierra and their mama. He's really got to go. All right. Julian held on to Sierra's hand all the way through the store. He really did have to go to the bathroom, but now that his mom had mentioned it, he couldn't stop thinking about finding his astronaut powers. When Julian was really young, he had always been afraid of the noisy hand dryers in restrooms. Then one day his dad told him that the best astronauts got their powers by sticking their heads under the rocket blast dryer. So by the time they reached the bathroom area, Julian didn't even care about the buddy system. He was on a mission to find his astronaut powers on his own. He let go of Sierra's hand and darted for the boys' bathroom door by himself. There he is. There's the other side. Sierra's looking at her phone. It's not so great. Julian, you can't go in there alone, Sierra called after him. But I'm a boy, an astronaut boy, Julian yelled back at her. Great, she thought. He's going to be in there forever, playing with that silly hand dryer. She leaned against the wall next to the bathroom, feeling annoyed. Even though Julian was almost 5, Sierra was feeling very grown up at 13 and thought he should listen to her. Julian felt so big going into the boys' bathroom all by himself. He had been there with his dad lots of times, so he knew what to do. Still, it was a little scary now that he was alone. As soon as he walked in, he spotted the rocket blaster and couldn't wait to wash and dry his hands. He looked past the rocket blaster at the big boy potty on the wall and tried to decide if he wanted to use one of them or go into a bathroom stall. Just then, a young man walked out of one of the stalls. He smiled at Julian and said, "Hi." "Hi," Julian replied. The young man reminded him of his older cousin Miguel. "Is it your first time in a big boy bathroom?" the man asked. "No, sometimes I go with my dad," Julian replied. "Is it your first time by yourself?" he asked again. "Yes," Julian answered, feeling uncomfortable. He knew he wasn't supposed to talk to strangers, but this man seemed nice. "I would use these toilets if I were you," the man suggested, pointing to a stall. "You don't have to stand next to someone while you're going potty. Here, use this one." Julian took a step towards the man and then stopped. "What's the matter? Is it because I'm a stranger?" the man asked. Julian shyly nodded. "Well, my name is Stuart, but my friends call me Stu. What's your name?" the man asked. "Julian," he replied. "Well, Julian, now we're not strangers. How about this? You go in here and go potty, and I'll stand here and guard so no one can see," Stuart offered. "I don't know," Julian said, feeling a little nervous. Maybe the man was safe, and he should just go potty. Then he could leave. "Do you need help?" Stuart asked, moving toward him. "The toilet is a little too tall for you to stand and use it, but I could lift you up and you could stand on my feet." Suddenly, at Heart Defender's headquarters, the Heart Defender alarm rang. Julian's heart signal appeared on the screen in front of Tomas. He could tell Julian was afraid. "Oh no," Simon exclaimed. "We have to help Julian make the right choice." "There's only one thing we can do," shouted Tomas. "When we see something tricky," Elizabeth began. "We take action," continued Simon. "Right away," Faith finished, "because we're the Heart Defenders." They all pledged together, standing in a circle, each one with a hand in the center. "This looks like a job for you, Tomas," Elizabeth said. "I'll just lift you." Suddenly, the man in the bathroom was frozen in time. "Don't do it," a voice said from behind Julian. "Huh?" Julian turned around, surprised. "Your heart signaled us all in the Heart Defenders headquarters that you were in a tricky situation. So I jumped into action to come help. I'm here to help you defend your heart, Thomas explained. That's why I was feeling funny, Julian realized. My heart was sending you a signal. Am I in a tricky situation right now? Oh, yes. Public bathrooms can be very tricky places, Tomas warned. Tricky people sometimes do tricky things in them. Oh, wow, Julian exclaimed. So this is why using the buddy system with my sister is so important. What should I do now? Do you have the alarm your mom got for you? Tomas asked. Yeah, Julian replied. It's right here in my pocket. Great, Tomas said. This is an emergency and you need to sound the alarm so Sierra knows you're in trouble. Then run out of the bathroom to a safe adult and tell them what happened. You're correct, Julian. You should always use the buddy system when you go to a public bathroom. That's what my mom always says. But I really don't like going into the girls' bathroom with my sister, Julian replied. Sometimes we have to choose between the things we want to do and the things that will keep us safe, Tomas explained. I'm not safe? Julian asked. Staying safe means using the buddy system in places where tricky people can hurt you, Tomas said. Tricky people will try to take a piece of your heart by hurting you or by convincing you to do something that could hurt you. You have to protect your heart so a piece is not taken. A piece of my heart? What does that mean? Julian asked. When a tricky person convinces you to do something uncomfortable that you don't want to do, it takes a piece of your heart. You can patch it, but it's different than before as a reminder, Tomas explained. That's why your heart sends a signal that it may be in trouble. It's best to protect your heart and become a heart defender too. Okay, I don't want that man to take a piece of my heart. I'm going to tell my mama about this, Julian said bravely. I knew you'd make the right choice, Tomas said, and disappeared. As Tomas disappeared, time turned back on. The man reached toward Julian and said, I'll just lift you up to the potty. Julian jumped back. No, he yelled, plunging his hand into his pocket to grab his alarm. The scream of Julian's alarm echoed through the bathroom. Outside, Sierra immediately recognized the sound, a second before Julian burst through the door. Julian, what happened? Sierra demanded, running after him. A man in the bathroom wanted to help me go on the potty, Julian said. Are you okay? Asked Sierra. Yes, Julian said, but we have to tell Mama right away. He grabbed his sister's hand and they ran toward their mother. Julian and Sierra's mother had heard the commotion and were already heading their way. Mama, Mama, Julian yelled as they approached her. What happened? His mother asked. Julian spoke first. I snuck into the big boy bathroom. Julian, I told you to go with your sister. Sierra, why did you let him go? Their mom asked angrily. He didn't. He just ran in, Sierra began, glaring at Julian. Well, Mama, there was a man in the bathroom, Julian interrupted. He wanted to help me get on the potty. After hearing Tomas's explanation, their mother was no longer mad, but scared. Julian, did he touch you? His mom asked, concerned. No, Mama, I used my alarm just like you said and ran away to tell you, because I am brave and I made the right choice, Julian said, standing up a little taller. You sure did, and I'm proud of you, his mom said, smiling a bit. Come on, we need to tell someone. While the family waited with the manager for the police to arrive, Julian saw Tomas by the newspaper stand. You look so proud of yourself, Julian, Tomas said. You did the right thing in that tricky situation. You were aware. You made the right choice, and you were courageous and strong. You're now a heart defender. I am? What do I do? Always be a heart defender in any situation. When you see something tricky, take action right away. Welcome to the Safe Hearts Club, Tomas exclaimed. Okay, I can do that, Julian promised as Tomas disappeared again. Julian, this is Officer Mitchell, Julian's mom said, introducing the policeman. Would you please tell him everything you told me? After they talked, the officer said, Julian, thank you for sharing with me what happened today. Because you were brave, you will help other kids stay safe too. As Julian got in the car to head home, his mom turned and gave him a big warm smile. He smiled back proudly, realizing that making the right choice and being able to tell someone what happened had made him a true heart defender. So that finishes the story, and that was Julian's Solo Voyage. This book on its own through our Damsel in Defense online catalog is $11. You can get it starting today with a package deal. You get 5 books. The cup plate, I think, bowl set for a boy or a girl. And, gosh, there's other stuff in there and I can't remember what it is. There's a Heart Defender badge that in the books they always plop on the kid after they've made the right choice. And the lunchbox. There's like a little lunchbox with a puzzle in it. And that's also for a boy or girl. There's 2 different sets, and those are $55. So considering that the books are $11 each and you get 5 books, it's kind of great. I'm going to have to double check on the special details, but I'm going to post links to the special when the video is done. So let me know what you guys thought about Julian's Solo Voyage, and let me know if you watched it with your kid and what your kid thought about that. The books also have resources online, and I'll post the link to that as well. There is questions at the end of the book for children so that they can you can continue the conversation. We, of course, we love the books. I don't sell too many of them, again, because I just kind of have them sitting out on my table, and if people are curious, they ask questions. Or they see like their kid's name on the book, and they want to buy the book because it has their kid's name on it. And I kind of tell them, well, it's not that kind of book. So I have to kind of explain to them what the content of the book is. So I'm going to take a little break, get a drink of water, and I'll come right back. And then we're going to read Madison's Big Brother. And this is a story about saying no. So I look forward to seeing all you guys soon, and take care.